Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for the upcoming week of February 20th through February 26th. My name is Claire Candy Huff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. I'd like to welcome back my wonderful loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing. It does mean so much to my channel. And if you have found the Claire Candy Huff channel for the very first time, let me tell you a bit about myself. Through my full-time healing practice, Angel Healing House, for almost 20 years, I am a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world on a one-on-one basis, either in my office here in Santa Monica, California, or online. I'm a clairvoyant, I'm a channel, I'm a psychic, tarot card reader, intuitive counselor, and spiritual teacher. I also do past life clearings and also ancestral healings to release blockages and sabotaging behavior. And I also do twin flame energetic reconnection, whether your twin flame is on the earth plane or whether they're across the veil. I'm also the author of several #1 Amazon international best-selling books. Now, speaking of helping my Angel Healing House clients, I received this wonderful testimonial from a dear client, and she wrote, "Working with Claire Candy Huff, Angel Ariel, Archangel Ariel has been a great blessing for me. As light workers, sometimes we take on the collective karma of humanity to help propel Earth out of her darkness. But we can get stuck in the mud. I have been stuck in the mud for 2 years, sinking further and further in. I found that working with Angel Ariel was like coming out of the mud into a warm towel of love. In this session, intense work was done both in person and on a spiritual level with her angelic family, the Posse of Angels. I did not anticipate any changes because I thought it might be like everything else that I had done in the past and would end up in the same spot. But there were significant, amazing changes that were felt within that week. I thought maybe it was my imagination, but I allowed myself to give the angelic work just a few more days when I was absolutely amazed at the significant changes that took place. Archangel Ariel and her angelic family lifted me out of the mud, bathed me in light, hugged me, and helped me walk again. Most of all, it has been a real blessing for my soul to work with an archangel in real time in this capacity. Claire Candy, Angel or Archangel Ariel's work and energy continue to guide me, to protect me, and this remains my ongoing process. I can't thank you enough. To find out more information about my services, learning Reiki with me, my award-winning bestsellers, please do visit my Angel Healing House website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can phone 831-277-3716, and remember, that is Pacific Standard Time. Now, my books are also available on Amazon in print and as an ebook, and they're also available as audiobooks on Audible, as I am the narrator along with professional voice-over actors to create these amazing audiobooks. I'd like to send out a big thank you to all of those who have made donations to my PayPal account for my weekly free content. You know, if you've received clarity and direction, motivation, inspiration, perhaps healing, like many people have said, the sound of my voice, the timbre and the tone of it has healed them. You would love to make a donation. It would be much appreciated. I've left my PayPal link in the description box down below. So as we do every week, before we touch any of our oracle cards, let's take a peek into the astrological heavens to see what planetary influences are affecting us. And boy, oh boy, do we have some very, very powerful alignments all happening at the same time. Firstly, we are still under the powerful energies of the Leo full moon that occurred on February 16th, 17th, increasing not only our bravery and our lion's courage, but enticing us like big lion kittens just to have fun and play. Add to this potent energy the influence and the prominent placements of the North Node, which the North Node is all about our destiny, and also Pluto, which is the planet of death and rebirth. And if this was not enough, add a very cozy, comfortable conjunction between Venus and Mars. All of these influences are being mixed in a delicious recipe to concoct a powerful energy for us to achieve more self-love and a sense of security, whether that security is through our relationships, through our finances, or through our own self-worth and value. Now, this Leo full moon caused a heart opening of increased love and enabled us to encompass more love, more compassion, and more forgiveness for others and certainly for ourselves. Now, in my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, now in its 11th year, which, by the way, airs every week at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and people can call in for free mini angel readings. At that time, my angelic family and I, the posse of angels, we spoke about how the conscious collective is so excited and so motivated to create our lives as more of a reflection of who we truly are now, that we have encompassed higher elevated frequencies of light and higher consciousness. Now, in many cases, the careers, the jobs, the occupations, the businesses, even the relationships that we had before may not suit us any longer in our higher energetic states. Now, this astrological combination sees the world at a transformative intersection that could lead to revelations and changes that completely redirect people's lives. Pluto rules the planet rules death and rebirth. And after 248 years since 1776, it's completing its natural cycle. Now, what happened in 1776 is that America became a republic. A Pluto return signifies the end of domineering empires and, of course, dominance, and brings in the transference of power. As a conscious collective, many can see how the narrative of the tyrannical, corrupt, deceptive forces is indeed crumbling and bringing deceit out of the shadows and into the light of truth and of justice. But the posse of angels is quick to remind us that this is also affecting us as individuals, and they are urging us to make peace and to forgive our own shadows within that may be still affecting our lives. Now, these shadows are heavily rooted in our ancestral lines and have everything to do with how we took on the generational programming that we were not worthy, we were not deserving of shining our lights the brightest we possibly could. These beliefs may have come from not being able to share our talents because of things like our gender, because of our culture, because of our monetary status or lack thereof. But it really does not matter how it was cemented into us that we could not share our talents openly and joyously with the world. What matter is that we forgive whoever passed on this programming, and we can forgive ourselves for ever believing in anything less than we are divine. Now, during these transformative times, as the light outshines any darkness and change is all around us, The posse of angels is sharing for each and every one of us to create a peaceful, loving, forgiving, wise, kind, compassionate, and joyful world within ourselves, so that we can always have a safe harbor and can draw from this wealth of higher energies within us any time, no matter what occurs in our external worlds. With these changes on the earth, each of us, as enlightened, awakened beings, need to rise to our own new resonance and live as beings of light and love on a planet of light, which Earth is now becoming as she sheds eons of darkness. This will enable each one of us to embark on the path of our new mission, our new journey to serve in the highest way possible. They're reminding us that 2022, which is February 22nd, 2022, is the gateway of the divine feminine returning to the planet, the divine mother, and she is helping us to nourish and nurture and plant our seeds of manifestation for 2022 and beyond. In addition, for our individual desires, we can utilize these powerful energies to spread love, peace, kindness, generosity, and forgiveness to the planet. Remember to embrace the divine feminine and align your energies with the powerful feminine energies. And the way you do this is you can bring in and work with these divine energies, ascended masters and archangels, the energies of, let's say, Isis, if you're connected to Egyptian deities, Kali, Indian, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a Native American a divine feminine essence, Joan of Arc. There are Saint Therese of Avila, Hildegard of Bingen. There are so many of these divine feminine energies that you can work with now. And that's what we are opening up for more of those energies to be felt on the planet. So let's go to our oracle cards and see what comes out. Now, as I was shuffling the cards for today, I kept seeing visions of those divine feminine goddesses and those deities, especially Mother Mary. And the words that I heard over and over again were softness, kindness, generosity, sweetness, compassion, loving energies, especially for ourselves. As we come up to this very powerful portal, like the planet Pluto's return after 248 years, each one of us is completing a karmic cycle. And that is why forgiveness work has been especially important in this month of February, as we're building up to this date, when we can fully acknowledge and we can take responsibility for our part in any of our relationships, no matter what has happened. And we also can take accountability for our part in what is happening in the world. Then we open doors to our hearts to allow for the transmutation of previously held energies of things like blame, being a victim, regret, resentment, anger, hurt, and bitterness. Now the elevation of our energy starts to affect our ancestral line, and it heals those in our families from previous generations. Might I say that those clients of mine who have had ancestral clearing and generational healings have felt themselves to be finally free, to be able to be themselves. And the more our ancestral line gets energetically healed, not only do we heighten our frequencies, creating a clear pathway of manifestation in order to take place in our lives, but we contribute more light and higher energies to the planet. Now, I was led to use a new deck today, and it's called Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Now, on one hand, with Ganesha being a powerful elephant deity who is able to easily destroy physical obstacles and blockages in our way. Some may see Lord Ganesha as a decidedly masculine energy. But it's strange, but I've always seen Ganesha as a feminine energy with an unlimited strength through the divine feminine softness that breaks down any obstacles through the great transformative power of love, and especially in the fifth dimension and higher, as we manifest not with our heads, but we manifest through our hearts. So it's that powerful energy of love that is working most for us now. Perhaps this is why the first card that came out for us is the card of wholeness, encouraging us to gather up all those scattered pieces of ourselves that we've disconnected from, not because of what someone said or did to us, but because of the story or the illusion that we perpetuated around it. By doing so, we begin to feel more expansive as individuals, and we also open ourselves to be part of something so much grander, the unity consciousness on the planet. Once we acknowledge our oneness and choose to drop our illusions, we open our hearts to fully comprehend our divinity. It is from this viewpoint that we can clearly see that we are whole and complete, just as we are, and that we do not lack anything. When our consciousness expands to comprehend our wholeness or our divinity, we will deeply know that to love others is to love ourselves, because we are all one. With this card being 24, and what I'm hearing is each and every one of us is now having integrated this higher consciousness. We are 24 karat gold. It carries the energies, the 24 of a 6, which is about balance and harmony and joy after the changes and challenges of the number 5. It's also important to note the green healing energy of this card and the sacred Merkaba or Makaba held in the heart of Ganesha. And this, when we connect with that divinity, when we are on that line of our being the reflection of God's source creator, there is nothing that is more powerful than that. Once we've brought closure to any of our perceptions and illusions that held any energies other than those of love, compassion, and forgiveness, and we connect with our divinity, we come to the end of a cycle and dismantle any of the so-called structures or systems or illusions or so-called perceptions that were created by ourselves, by anything other than love, so that we can create new ones from love. Now, in breaking down any structures, my angelic family and I, the posse of angels, and Ganesha, are reminding us to be in our highest integrity and to be kind, compassionate, forgiving, and loving no matter what, because this is our divine inheritance. Remember, it's not about what anyone else did or said, but it's all about our energies now and what we focus on and perpetuate that matters the most. That's why the next card came out. The Revelation card is that our divinity was there all along. It's just being revealed to us now. And we just needed to be clear enough to be able to see it and recognize it. Once we authentically reveal our divinity to ourselves and others, we step into our true security. This is our true abundance and our true strength. And we do not derive our identity from any so-called authorities outside of ourselves. And we do not derive our identity from an often false world. Also, the posse of angels is saying that this card is referring once again to the massive portal of change coming up on 2/22/2002, and that there are going to be major revelations which will change the course of the world and bring about liberation and freedom. I love these cards. Thank you, beautiful Ganesha. So, with the theme about softness, with the theme about compassion and forgiveness and tenderness and sweetness and generosity, I went to my Mother Mary cards. Very, very soft. The first card that came out for us was this one, Our Lady of the Rose Child. Our Lady protects you from any unnecessary struggles. Yes, we all might have challenges, but challenges are not problems. Challenges help to expand and help us to grow. And suffering is optional, but Our Lady protects us. Yet there are some challenges that are essential for our soul to grow. These challenges will not be withheld from you because you are entitled to your full self. And just like the caterpillar has to die off to becoming a butterfly, those challenges, we are who we are, not in spite of, but because of our challenges. You're currently outgrowing that which is too small for your soul. There may be challenges, but out of this will come very deep healing, self-love, and a new you, and a deeper gratitude. Your freedom shall come swiftly the more you let go to knowing that your challenges are there to help your soul to expand. And do remember that suffering is optional. The next card is this card, Our Lady of Peaceful Change. Our Lady comes to you now to allay your fears. Everything is going to work out for the best. Even significant change can become surprisingly gentle when you trust in your protection and care. As I said on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show on Thursday, someone wanted to know if they were going to pass their upcoming exam that they were going to be taking. And I said, don't ask, don't see it as a pass or fail. See it as whatever happens for me is happening for my highest good. If I do pass it, that's great. If I don't pass it, that's great. Whatever happens to us, and it's not happening to us, it's happening for us, is there for our highest good. And what will look like something that's untoward may be just there to protect us and to take care of us. There is healing wisdom beneath what is unfolding during these times of peaceful, powerful change. And please know that what is unfolding, your soul shall prosper from anything that's going on in due course. So again, be kind to yourself, trust in Spirit, and all will be well. The last card coming out for us is Our Lady of Answered Prayers. Our Lady asks you to reach out to her, for there is healing within yourself and your life that can now happen through her intervention. Again, on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, someone called in and said how exhausted they were and what could they do. And I said, we are at our tallest when we are driven down to our knees and we pray. It is when we are down on our knees that we lift up our countenance to that higher source, and we let go and release our limited egos and trying to force and control life, and we open up for a Creator God Source's intervention in our life. All matters can be resolved through those prayers and her grace. She knows what is happening and what is needed. Whatever comes from your heart is the most powerful prayer. Ask for her assistance and trust that your prayers are even now being answered. And all we have to say is thank you. Isn't that beautiful? Knowing that this new era of planet is being birthed on Mother Earth, and the divine feminine is coming forth. What else would I go to but the Divine Feminine deck by Megan Waterson? And there are so many archetypes of the divine feminine in this card. Like I said, there's Isis, and there's Kali, and there's Joan of Arc, and there's Mother Mary, and there's Mary Magdalene. And the one card that came out that embraced all of these deities, goddesses, sort of archetypical, I guess, divine feminine energies, was this one. And it is the cosmic egg, the divine feminine, which is I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. The cosmic egg is the core symbol of the divine feminine's creative force, and it represents birth, a new beginning, or an expansion of life. In Egyptian and Chinese and even Polynesian, many cultures, they show the creation begins with an egg. Nothing needs to be forced at this moment. Nothing needs to happen in order to come full circle to the cosmic egg. And the reason the cosmic egg came out again is because we are finishing up that with the Pluto return, we are finishing up a karmic cycle. Everything is exactly as it should be. You and you alone hold the universe inside of you. All life emerges from within you. If you try to exert pressure, if you try to force something to exist before it's ready, that new life within you won't have the time it needs to fully form. Allow what is within us to emerge in divine timing, in our soul's timing. Then what's within us will then transform us. There's no need to answer the ego's push, to rush the process, to impress others, or to complete something on someone else's timeline. The egg is the faith that the process is sacred. That even in the midst of what looks like a delay of a new life, it needs only our trust to eventually take form. I am the universe. I hold the universe within me. I'm the force of an ever-expanding love. And that encompasses so much of the divine feminine. Now, when I went to my postcards from Spirit, this one came out, and it says, with love, and it says, dearest you, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently and we sweetly remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to Spirit, who know what it is in your highest good and can deliver to you what you need in the appropriate form. In this way, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way, expectation and attachment of things working out, be a little bit more flexible. Be a little bit looser. Surrender and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you are to learn new ways of doing things and new ways of seeing. Stay aware, be curious, and above all else, be teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction which is not even on your map. And they are saying, when this happens, let it. Be so flexible that no storm can ever possible ever possibly uproot you. In the end, you will still be rooted in the world in abundance, and you will indeed experience the beauty that is now around you in a new way. And oh, by the way, Spirit is saying, we love you so much. Thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful card. To finish off, as we do every week, let's finish off with a little magic. Here are my Making Magic cards. So there are plenty of rituals that you can do around this 2002 portal day on Tuesday. You can put your, whether you light candles, whether you form crystal grids, whether you burn beautiful incense like Palo Santo or frankincense, and you know, those beautiful essences. Whether you do any rituals at all, or just put your attention on being the love, seeing the love, feeling the love on the planet, seeing yourself, even if you don't know what you're doing. Oops, that one kind of jumped. Even if you don't know exactly what you'll be doing, and many of us in the Conscious Collective haven't been given the green light to where we're going to be moving to and what those positions that we're going to be stepping into. But if you feel what that feels like, working with like-minded people in beautiful surroundings, safe and protected and free and liberated, no longer being dictated to by unconstitutional mandates or things that go against our health rights. You know, if you just feel into a world of unity and working towards the betterment and the health and the freedom of each and every person, you have no idea, if that's done through your heart, what that really does for your world and your loved ones around you, and certainly for the collective as well. Whoop, 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 whoop. That one just jumped out. And what? Excuse me, everybody. That one just decided to jump on the floor. Hang on. Okay. 3 cards. The first one was Abracadabra with wings. I get this card all the time. Can you see that card? Abracadabra. And it says, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. And the posse of angels are saying, let go, surrender. Oh, this is a beautiful image they're showing me. They're showing me a dragonfly landing on the back of a unicorn and flying off to a new adventure. Be curious, be open to go someplace which is not on your map. Allow Spirit to take you there. So many of my clients and myself work with the unicorns. We work with the elementals, which is the fairies, the ondines, the mermaids, those beautiful, pure energies to come in of enchantment and wonder and create absolute magic in our lives. So that's the first one. The second one is, once we do this and we actually let go, it goes counter to our logical minds to let go, but then we'll be on target. Follow your ideal life path. And we follow that by following the breadcrumbs that Spirit gives us. The way we do that is we ask, show me how to be more in alignment with my life. And then we must stay like a child in wonder and enchantment. Be only in the present moment to look for those signs to come in for us. And the next one is fairy magic. I just spoke about that. Respectfully work with the fairies and the elementals to achieve your goals. So whether that's working with the fairies, whether that's working with the unicorns, whether that's working with, the mermaids, the dragons. Oh, how can I forget my wonderful dragons with the starfire rainbow energy of the dragons. Oh, it's just amazing, amazing energies that we have available now to us in the higher realms. Work with them all. They have been waiting eons of time for our energies to have elevated to such a level that we can hear and we can sense, perceive, feel. Some of us, like myself, can see them, actually visually see them. So I hope that's been helpful for you today. Go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I would love for you to tune in this week to Angel Healing House's blog talk radio show. That the Posse of Angels and I have been on the air now for 11 years, bringing forth channeled messages for the collective and taking calls for those free mini angel readings. That's on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you are interested in any of those ancestral healings and past life clearings, and that generational healing is so extraordinary for finally putting to rest any shadows that we have in our lives, and my other services, either those beautiful Reiki sessions, either in my office here in Santa Monica or through Distant Healing, you can always go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or else you can telephone 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time. Go out and have a beautiful week, everyone. And I'm wishing you love. And as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward again to speak with you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.